Yes. I am literally the Muad'Dib, okay? I am the desert rat. I am the fucking North Star that will lead you in the right direction. Do you understand? The Mahdi is here. I will teach you the ways. Be fucking normal. Be normal. Enjoy things. And let people enjoy things. Okay? I was just hard the entire time. I'm live, I'm alive, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic one. This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news, though. Let me tell you, oh my God, dude. I watched it. I did it. I watched it. I did it. And let me tell you, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, okay? Like... I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. I won't. I didn't get the fuck bucket. Last night I ended the broadcast and I went with Nandre, with Villeneuve, and with Connor Eats Pants to go to a movie theater. We did not go to an AMC one, unfortunately, so we could not get the fuck bucket. No, I did not watch IMAX. I think IMAX is gimmicky. I don't like IMAX. Also because I need glasses to see, so I don't like IMAX that much. I thought I got us a 70 millimeter film, but I don't know if it was. This was filmed for IMAX. Yeah, I know. I don't care. It's just like I can't do it. Like, oh wait, 70 millimeters is IMAX? Oh, I'm thinking of 3D. I didn't know. I thought IMAX was 3D. So I guess I did. Isn't 70 millimeter IMAX standard? There's no way you saw 70 millimeter. I don't think I saw 70 millimeter then. Okay. I was mistaken. IMAX with the 3D glasses shit. See, I'm not the only one who's confused by this. Anyway, folks, Dune 2 is one of the greatest movies of all time. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. It is one of the best movies I've ever watched in my life. That's it. I have nothing else to say about it other than it was so fucking good. Like Gladiator. One of the best movies ever made, right? I think that's not even like up for contest. I think a lot of people pretty much agree on that. Like, it's a perfect movie in many ways. This is up there. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's just, I was just nutting too hard. Every part of it is so good. I'm not going to spoil it. All I'm going to say, I'm just going to keep repeating the same shit over and over again. That it's insane. It's insane. It's insanely good. The movie is like, spoiling it is ridiculous. You can't, like, it is a visual feast. Okay? I cannot spoil some of the most excellent parts of this movie, even if I fucking tried, because you have to eat it with your eyes. Okay? You have to feel it with your ears. It is a motherfucking masterpiece. Are you going to do a rewatch of it? Probably. Austin Butler was out of control in the movie. He was really good. Every part of this is great. Every part of the movie is great. HasanAbi, shouts out to the HasanAbi doctrine. That's all I'm going to say. The not a spoiler. You have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's just like favorite scene / moments. I every moment of it. I will tell you this much. This is a 2 hour and 46 minute runtime movie. A lot of people nowadays, and I've had this conversation with like actors. I've had this conversation with Twitch streamers. I've had this conversation with normal people with normal jobs. And what I hear from them so frequently, I think, is that TikTok broke their brains and they're like, oh, I can't sit through 2 hours and 45 minutes. Like, that's too long, which is sometimes valid. There are movies that are way too long. Shouts out to Martin Scorsese. He does his very best to make the movie watching experience a little bit painful for you. He's like, I'm the GOAT. I'm going to make you fucking sit here and you're going to have to watch through this sequence that didn't have to be there. Okay, I'm going to shoot the shit out of it and they're going to act the shit out of that. But you're going to have to sit there for 3 hours, right? Dune, on the other hand, 2 hours and 46 minutes runtime, which is not like super long, but definitely very long for, you know, our brain broken, TikTok infused Zoomer adolescent minds, right? Our attention span is not great. Not a single fucking dull moment. This man, this Quebecois legend, Denis Villeneuve, okay? That's how much I respect him now. That I'm like not even making fun of Quebec. Think about that. Okay? Took the first movie, which definitely had slow moments. Unless you were already invested in the IP, you were probably gonna be like, what the fuck am I watching in certain moments? For the adolescent mind that I just described. Okay? Denis Villeneuve. Sorry, I said it wrong. I was trying to say it right, but I'm saying it right. Denis Villeneuve. Okay, he took the first movie, as far as like pacing and as far as like the way that like he set out the first story to like lay down the basics of the plot, and he was just like, this time it's gonna be very different. I'm gonna now take you on a journey. It's like a roller coaster ride when you're going up and you're building the intensity, but the drop never comes. And then, oh my Lord, all of a sudden, the fucking second movie is just the ride down the entire time. Okay? That's the best way I can describe it for you. If you were like, oh man, the first one was kind of slow, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Very different. Very different as far as pacing goes. Very different as far as like wall to wall. So much action. So much intensity. Every part of it is phenomenal. The first one is not ass, by the way, for people saying that. I love the first one. Like if the first one's like a 9, this is an 11 out of 10. I'm talking about Dune 2. It's really a critique of the white savior narrative, not a celebration of it, at least in my opinion. Yes. I don't care about all of the assessment that people are applying to 60-year-old IP that is like really formative and instructive in like IP that came after it. Okay, that has a much larger overarching message that most people are not comprehending and immediately fucking pointing to what the exact kind of messaging you see in movies like this. A lot of people are critiquing what they've seen so far and applying the standards that they have seen in other movies and in other works of art in the Western world. If you look at this from like a white supremacist, specifically like a white supremacist framework, you're just gonna miss out on the much larger. Frank Herbert, the author, described the pacing at coital, building up until a sudden climax. Yeah, it's everything that you think is going on. Everything that you think is going on will change your mind. Not after this movie, though. Not after this movie, because at the end of this movie, you're kind of gonna maybe realize this is not a white savior movie, but what comes after this is going to genuinely change your perspective on that. But overall, the movie, or the books, sorry, the Dune books are actually about deleted by Fossabot. Damn, why did that message got deleted? That's a bummer. Brother, it's because you wrote a long ass message and Fossabot timed you out and literally said, your message is too long. Keep it under 450 characters. Because you wrote a goddamn fucking essay on Bob Marley, One Love. Ben Shapiro called it pro-life. Ben Shapiro is so fucking stupid. That's awesome. So I watched the entire movie without checking my phone once. Zendaya was sexy as ever. Me and my homies were yelling Lisan Al Gaib on the way out of the theater. Even the whites were yelling that, and we were ready to say the Shahada. Yeah. There is, I am reaffirmed in my position that there's nothing more powerful than a fucking dude. There's nothing more powerful than a white guy who just is like really into fucking Arab culture and and is like very invested in utilizing Arab culture in his in his work of art, okay? And I love the people being like, Frank Herbert is a libertarian homophobe. I don't care, man. I don't care. Did you write Dune? Okay, did you write Dune? No, suck my dick, okay? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your stupid fucking mouth. You're a pathetic little fucking worm over here being like, he's homophobic. Yeah, bitch, he was alive doing blow in the fucking 60s and 70s, okay? I don't care. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. This dude is dead, okay? Go fucking find his grave then, okay? Go take it up with him. I don't care. Take it up with God. Anyway. Also, it's so funny because like Dune unironically reads in every sense of the fucking word as a formative anti-colonialist, anti-imperialist, maybe anti-capitalist even, if you want to go that far. I would say, I would go that far. Anti-messiah, anti-fucking state control, anti-religion, anti-every, like literally, leftists are supposed to like this shit. How the fuck did you dupe yourself into finding one reason why you hate this guy who fucking died already? How? It's literally a formative work about environmentalism and like doing, you know, eco-terrorism and why it becomes a necessity. What the fuck? Leftists will look at Karl Marx and be like, yeah, you know, Das Kapital is one thing, sweaty, but I heard Engels was fucking, I heard Engels had a factory, I found out, and that's kind of fucked up. Did you know that? But yeah, what did you think of the acting? It's great, dude. Javier Bardem is my fucking goat. Do you understand? He was, dude, his enthusiasm throughout the movie kept me locked in. I was a believer, okay? I was a believer in the Muad'Dib. I was Lisan al-Gaib. I was locked in on the fucking whatever their religion, okay? I was a fundamentalist in the South. Don't spoil, please. I'm not spoiling shit. What did you think of Mother? She was mothering. Every part of the movie was incredible. Austin Butler was incredible. God damn, dude. What a fucking role, dude. He acted the shit out of that role. I always have a hard time not comparing. Yeah, Batista was great too. I have a hard time not comparing this to David Lynch, which is like his worst work, obviously, and he's like deeply embarrassed by it. His original Dune, which was a devastation. But it's pretty funny to think about like Sting playing this role, and then you look at like the way that Austin Butler plays it, and you're like, dude, what the fuck? No, it's goated. No, I like it. I like Lynch's Dune, except you have to remember, like, he fucking hates that movie. It's his least favorite movie that he's ever done. So much so that he literally took himself off the credits of the movie that he made, and also has used pseudonyms, like swapped out his name for pseudonyms in some of the later releases. Have you read the books at all? I read the first book halfway through and then stopped because I didn't have time. What's up with people wanting to protest Dune due to Palestine? I don't know. I think maybe because like Timothy Chalamet, I guess, like, is he a Zionist or something? I don't fucking know. Dude, I don't fucking know. It's because of the SNL sketch? Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Okay, whatever. He made a Hamas joke on it. That's it. That's the reason. They say it mocks Muslim culture. Bro, I'm sorry. The Fremen takedowns are literally Al-Qassam brigade trick shots on IDF tanks, dude. It is a 1-to-1 comparison. The fuck do you mean? It's literally... The story, at least up until now, is basically fucking... The story, up until now, is basically if, like, Hamas are the good guys, and they got like a Jewish former Zionist guy to join them. Okay? Like, what do you mean? And now the guy is like the leading anti-Zionist Hamas guy. What the fuck? A lot of the inspiration was the Algerian anti-colonial efforts against the French. Oh my God. That would be a sick film. Yeah, go watch Dune 2 then, because that's the movie. I kept fucking literally turning. I kept literally turning to Will every time they would like blow up a tanker or something, and I was like, dude, look. Look. That's like that. That's like, dude, that's like the trick shots, dude. I do that to my brother too. He probably hates it. No, Will is such a fucking ginormous Dune nerd that he kept butting in to explain stuff, but it was fine. Man removed from Dune 2 screening for bad testing too hard. Bro, I was literally... I had like... I was losing my mind. I was shaking, okay? It was so fucking good. It was so good. When he... There's a moment in the movie when... I'll just say, like, he pops off. Timothy Chalamet pops off. There's like a change. That's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers. And like, he just starts rattling off information. And I almost stood up myself. Like, there's a couple moments actually. Oh my God, the writing moment. The writing moment is insane. Yeah, I was like, Lisan al-Ghaib. Yeah, it's fucking fire. Full timeline of the Dune universe, the 34,000 years. Okay, you want to know what I love? You guys know I love one thing and one thing more than anything else, and that is world building. Okay? And Frank Herbert, for all intents and purposes, cared more about world building than he did about like a streamlined process. Or like a starting point and a finishing point, as far as I understand it. And I'm like not the biggest expert on this. There's probably a shit ton more like nerds in the chat that have like really invested a lot of time into like understanding Dune. But I do personally love I do genuinely love the ideas, like the world that he created. The only thing I guess I'll say in comparison to the original work that I don't really understand why they made a deliberate effort not to include is that, like, and I was talking with Nandre and Will about this last night. I don't know why they didn't. Will brought it up. Will brought up the Space Guild and how like there isn't any Space Guild mentions in it, like rarely, and there is no like Butlerian Jihad, which I think is probably the most important, most pivotal event. And I think that like they barely talk about that And it's like really interesting. That happened centuries prior. I know, but they don't even like, they rarely mention it. You know what I mean? Like it should come up in a story to basically explain like what happened to the audience. I mean, anyway, do you think they're going to cover the entire book series in movie form? I hope. I was talking to Will Menaker about this, and he said, "Yeah, I can't wait to see Timothy Charlemagne as a sandworm." And I called it Twink Death. Comes for everybody. You know what I mean? What do you think the blue drink tastes like? Yeah, that's not even a spoiler. Shut the fuck up, Chad. That's literally like not even a spoiler for Dune 2. That is a spoiler for Dune 7. Okay, suck my dick. Like, motherfuckers are like, "Oh, you're spoiling." Not in the movie. You have no idea. I didn't even fucking know what it was. Okay. It's like not even, and it's not even him. It's his second son. Damn it. Suck my dick. I know it's not even him. I was gonna read it, motherfucker. No, you weren't. As an Arab, some of the butchered Arabic took me out of it. Lisan al-Ghaib is based on Alsan al-Gharib, which means stranger's tongue or voice from the outer world in Dune lore. Yeah, it's definitely a white dude that is like really invested in like Islam and Muslim culture, and it's obvious. I don't give a fuck. I mean, bro. Zendaya's secret name is Siyahi, which means black in Turkish, and I suspect in Arabic as well. Right? Like that's. Yeah, Siyaha is like, I mean, maybe it means something different in Arabic, but in Farsi it means black. In Turkish it means black. Maybe not in Arabic, but Siyah means black in Farsi too. Oh yeah, I gotta blast off right now. Hold on. Stop making Dune woke. Yeah. Yeah, he was the original Arabu. Straight up. Frank Herbert was an Arabu, which is cool. It's cool because like it's a concept that like you can tap into. It's like there's so much deep lore there that instead of like recycling IP, like that's an area that and like that and any kind of like any kind of indigenous culture or African cultures that you could dive into would immediately genuinely make different kinds of IP across the board, because we've seen so many of the same genre over and over and over again. So Frank is like Lawrence of Arabia, who became an Arabu during World War I. Was Herbert a leftist? I don't think he was a leftist, but there are definitely concepts that he was on board with that were perfectly aligned with the left. He's a bit more of like a, I mean, he's got like weird ass fucking takes on certain things. I mean, he was like a libertarian guy. But so is the cyberpunk guy, chat. Hello? I don't know if you guys know this, but like the dude who made Cyberpunk, like the board game originally, is, as far as I understand, also like a libertarian dude as well. So is James Clavell, who wrote Shogun. I personally don't care. I only care about whether it is good or not. Herbert was actually a righty. What you read as anti-capitalism, he discussed as being against government intervention and extraction. Lamau. If you write Space Islam, you're allowed a little libertarianism as a treat. Yeah. it's funny because like a lot of these dudes that are libertarian inherently end up arriving at like the conclusions that you have arrived at as well, but their pathway is different and their fundamentals are different. But given the nature of art, you can interpret it differently than the way that they originally intended. And I think like Cyberpunk's a great example of this. Dune is a great example of this as well. Like, it doesn't really matter at that point. It like leaves your hands, and then the world sees it in a dramatically different ways, especially because like there are a lot of the same principles there. You know what I mean? It's like, don't fucking kill people for oil. Don't extract natural resources and like destroy the planet. Like, that inherently is a good concept. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking libertarian saying it. It doesn't matter who the fuck's saying it. You know what I mean? That is the most important principle in the franchise in and of itself. All right. Anyway, watch Dune 2 and it was amazing. Kamala used the word ceasefire, but will it happen? SCOTUS delivers Trump W and more. Get in now. Libertarians never say that. Well, Frank Herbert is, as far as I understand, a libertarian who is like, it did say that. So, more importantly, the director has an anti-capitalist streak in him. Except beyond being anti-capitalist, he's a Quebecois, which means he knows the plight of colonized peoples. That's right. I am literally Denis Villeneuve has caused me to be pro-Quebec separation, okay? I am reading in honor of Denis. I am reading what was the very important book? The very important Quebec separatist book that was like white N-words or something. What was it called? I'm gonna read that now. Okay, no, literally, that's like back in the day. Quebecer separatists would call themselves like the N-word with a hard R because they thought like they are the same as like black people. N-word Blanc d'Amérique. Is this true? Really enjoyed Dune Part 2. I knew all the spoilers because I read the Quran as a child. This is a Turkish person. Ege Elbir. But Villeneuve managed to bring that Quebecois charm to it. Oh my God, I was joking about this, but he literally, oh my God, he said this. When you do something as an artist, you're always thinking about your hometown. Laughter. So yeah, I think I will say when I'm thinking about the Fremen, I'm thinking about French Canadians, the idea of alienation of the religion, the idea that a population is under the control of the church and that the church is linked with the politics. And that for many years we didn't. The French Canadian did not. They didn't have any economical power and were under the control of the church and submitted to this. Oh my God. He did it. He did the damn thing. He fucking did the damn thing. I was literally joking about like how I was joking around about how like, of course, leave it up to a Quebecer to truly understand the plight of colonized peoples. And he's like, no, I do actually, because I am Quebecer and we are colonized. AP News is running. UN envoy says there are reasonable grounds to believe Hamas committed sexual violence on October 7. AP News is running defense for the debunked New York Times story. Yeah, we'll check in on that. It's pretty funny to be like, listen. As far as I understand, there were a lot of issues with the mistreatment of Quebecers in Canada. Okay, like French Canadians in Canada for a while. But like, as far as I understand, it never came near the like Algerian, the colonial occupation of Algeria. Okay, which is why I always laugh about it, because like it's two settler colonial people fighting against one another on territory that they don't, you know, they dominated over the indigenous population. Nobody in Quebec says it came near that. No, I know, but the vibes for a lot of like separatists nowadays is, especially when like things are so much better for francophone people, it's just there are still people who like ride that Yeah, it wasn't the same, and it ended around 1960 with Quiet Revolution. But to be fair, 1920 to 1960 was a hard time. To be fair, in the early 1900s, the average English speaker was something like 9 times richer than the average Francophone in Quebec. Yeah, it gives the Irish were slaves to energy a little bit. But regardless, that's why I joke about it. But Denis Villeneuve has changed my framework entirely. I believe that the Bloc Québécois is right. I believe that Quebec must be separated from the rest of the colonial Canada. They have no right. And I believe that, yes, the mistreatment of Quebecers is exactly like chattel slavery and also the ethnic cleansing of an indigenous population, which maybe the French are indigenous to Canada. Have you ever thought about that? The Fremen are the French. Yep. Sorry, you make a fucking movie like Dune 2, I'm riding for whatever fucking unholy opinion you have, okay? Free the French Canadians, baby. I'm going in. Yeah, Fremen is short for Frenchman. Yep. So anyway, as far as Dune stuff goes, though, like I said, it's so incredible. It's so phenomenal.
May Allah awaken the people.
Paul, I'm not the Mahdi. Paul, after sipping the worm juice.
And help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
That's my favorite Trump quote, too. It's so good.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
Dune score when Timothy stares into the camera.
You cannot keep interrupting. No. I'm having a conversation. No. Walter, I'm right here, baby.
Wait, that's a Trump quote? It's not a deep fake? No, he's repeating what Ilhan Omar said. It's actually just him clipped out of context when he's talking about Ilhan Omar. And it's not even exactly what Ilhan Omar said. I think it's like a bastardized version of what she said. I don't really remember the original quote, something along those lines.
Lisa Algate.
It was seen.
Where, Rachel?
Oh my god.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
It was literally seen in
the north.
Please send it to me. Oh, now, please.
Oh my god. This is
Okay,
crazy.
Rachel, which one?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Ay, ay, ay. What do you think about Dune using Arab culture without even having any Arab actors in the movie? First of all, did they really not have any Arab actors in the movie? Because the Fremen all look literally straight North African. Like, it's just where did this come from? The idea that there's no Arab actors in the movie. Is there actually no Arab actors in the movie? Because those motherfuckers look Arab as hell, dude. Not Javier Bardem, obviously, but like, I'd be shocked, okay? They're Italian, not Arab. I mean, it's the same shit. No Arab actors with big roles, which I think is a fair complaint. Yeah, guys, don't watch the Lynch one then. if you think there isn't enough diversity in this one, let me tell you. Okay? If you think there isn't enough diversity in this one, go watch the David Lynch one. See how that looks. Oh, Jesus Christ. They got Sting in that one. Well, he was playing the role of a Friendly reminder that if you criticize Baron Harkonnen, you are only helping Paul Atreides and his jihadists win. That's a good one. Oh, God, it's such a good fucking movie. I don't really care that there isn't any Arab representation in it or whatever the fuck, okay? It's just like, I thought we were boycotting this movie. Who is this we, motherfucker? Are you French Canadian? We? What do you mean we? Who is we? Who was boycotting as we this movie? Because I was not a part of the we. Anyway, I wonder how Israel will spin Dune 2 into a pro-Israel movie. Yeah, it's... I don't know how you do that. It is literally Al-Qassam Brigade trick shot videos left and right. There are entire sequences that are almost identical to the fucking... The one thing is missing is like the red triangle on top of like the fucking Harkonnen ships, okay? Straight up. It's not a spoiler, man. What the fuck? What you... Like, that's not even a spoiler. That's... Hey, guys, the Fremen fight back against the Harkonnens. Duh. No shit. That's not a fucking spoiler. They've been doing that. That's the whole point of the first movie, too, dumbass. Like, I'm not even doing the classic, like, oh, you can't spoil a 60-year-old fucking novel or whatever. You can. Many people are not introduced to the franchise. They will finally be introduced to it for the first time ever or whatever. So, like, I'm obviously being careful and considerate and trying not to spoil stuff because I really want you to enjoy it. But, like, the Fremen fighting against the Harkonnens is kind of the whole thing. It's like saying Harry Potter is magical. And you're like, what the fuck, bro? You spoiled the... What? Harry Potter has magic, dog? What the fuck? I was going to watch the third movie, and I had no idea. That's crazy. You just ruined the thing. You ruined the movie. You ruined the franchise.
I'll say it again. We're going to make Arrakis great again. Paul Atreides, everyone. Paul Atreides. Muad'Dib, he said to me. Muad'Dib, I'm just a little desert mouse. We can't lose, folks. We've got the Bene Gesserit. They're very fair. They're very fair to me. And I've...
That's awesome. The Amazigh Berber Freeman. What? Javier Bardem called genocide for what Israel was doing in 2014. Yeah. No, the Denis Villeneuve and Javier Bardem and everyone else is like pretty fucking pretty woke overall, regardless. And I think like the Timothy Charlemagne memes come, I think, from him like doing if it's actually just him doing the SNL skit, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Has he even said anything? Villeneuve, shut the fuck up. I don't know how to say French names, okay? Suck my dick. Austin Butler considered joining Hamas in college. Yeah. Javier Bardem, I can dedicate my life to that man, okay? He is so good. He's so sick. I love him. I love him a lot. He is father. I don't know what it is. He has incredible fucking vibes. Oh. He transformed into my Arab uncle somehow. Yeah, that's why it's so funny, because people are like, there's no Arab people in the movie. If you watch the movie, Timothy has not said anything. Wore pro-Palestinian clothes. It is all the SNL joke that he didn't write. People just hate beautiful twinks. That's one of the funniest parts about Timothy Charlemagne is that, like, I feel like this is controversial, but I don't think he's like he has like a weird facial structure. I don't know how else to describe it. It works on him, but honestly, his face is kind of odd. Like, I don't know. It's just it's not. He's not my type because I'm not into the wayfish twink. He is very cool in the movie though. Overall, he's super cool. Bro, dude, movies are back. Movies are so fucking back. The movies are so back. It's so dope. It's so dope. HasanAbi, cute girl I recently started dating is boycotting Dune 2 over the Timothy Chevrolet SNL skit, so now I'm boycotting it too. Okay. Hey, listen. I'm with you there, brother. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. The left is so bad at propaganda, explaining to people how the themes of Dune are anti-colonialism is much better than crying about Timothy or Orientalism. I know. It kind of makes me sad that we're so fucking clueless and delusional about like doing good propaganda, because a big part of like being a leftist is about showing everyone you're morally superior. And the only way that you can show someone you're morally superior is that like the whatever the cultural garbage that everyone is consuming, you're above that. And you're above that for like obvious, you know, for reasons that are not obvious to the average person. And it makes me very angry. It makes me very upset. It's just like, what are you interested in? Just fucking complaining? Or do you want to like actually legitimately utilize the tremendous amount of fucking propaganda readily available to you and massage a narrative into that is like literally in the fucking movie itself? Because conservatives will literally look at a movie and be like, it's not woke, and that's why it did really well. And everyone goes, uh-huh, that's right. Like they will look at actually woke ass movies and be like, that's not woke, and that's why it popped off. And all their fucking dumb bitches in the audience go, yeah, that's right. That's right. Hell yeah, brother. Meanwhile, you have like genuine gifts given to you by Hollywood to be able to do like a little bit of propaganda on like a incredibly popular IP. And you just go, it's not good enough for me. Like, shut the fuck up. Even if you're not going to do propaganda over something, because like not everyone is a propagandist in the same way that I am, like just enjoy things. Who cares? Just fucking enjoy shit. Conservatives are saying SNL isn't woke anymore because of Sydney Sweeney's boobies. Fucking damn right it isn't. Anyway, no, I won't enjoy it. Yeah, it's just like leftism is just like being a socialist is a poverty cult, a self-imposed poverty cult. You have to live an ascetic lifestyle. On top of that, you also literally cannot enjoy things because enjoying things is bourgeois decadence. Enjoying things is counter-revolutionary behavior. Okay? It's like sex under patriarchy is always sexual assault. Okay? And you can't enjoy that either, because if you're doing that, then you are a willing participant in sexual assault, because it's a patriarchal construct. So women do not have full-blown equality to men and cannot make the autonomous choices that you normally would have in a true full-blown feminist environment. Same goes for movies. Capitalism is a hellish, nightmarish dystopia. So if you enjoy any kind of art, if you have a brief moment of solace in all of this death and destruction, in a sea of sadness, in a sea of exploitation, if you have a fucking singular moment of actual happiness that you derive from a work of art, well, then you are engaging in counter-revolutionary behavior. You are engaging in bourgeois revolutionary behavior. I mean, bourgeois immoral acts, okay? I quite literally realized I started not enjoying things when my brain was trying to wire every little possible wrong some piece of content or media had. Left this use, you need to learn just to have fun and enjoy stuff sometimes. That is one of my biggest differences, I think, than a big chunk of the online left is like, I always have been first and foremost, have fun. Be normal. Number one, be normal. Be fucking normal. Number two, have fun, okay? You can have fun. It's okay. Like, it's not going to kill you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of fun maxing. What if people are just too depressed about the genocide to go out and have fun? Bro, that's okay, dude, you did it. You are the most moral guy. Okay? You arrived at it. Okay? Don't have fun. Fuck it. You need to work on yourself, okay? Yes. I am literally the Muad'Dib, okay? I am the desert rat. I am the fucking North Star that will lead you in the right direction. Do you understand? The Mahdi is here. I will teach you the ways. Be fucking normal. Be normal. Enjoy things. And let people enjoy things. Okay? Yeah, motherfuckers will sit there and be like, "Listen, dude, I did my part today, okay, for the revolutionary cause. I sat there and doom scrolled on Twitter and got angry." Hasan, have you read the books? I have not. I only read the first one. But I didn't finish it, but I think I am going to. You can't fault other people for their commitment just because you don't have the conviction. Anti-imperialist pig doesn't mean you should put other people down to make yourself feel better. Wait, what? Are you talking to me? Are you saying that I don't have the conviction? When you were a fucking sperm in your father's ball sack, I was advocating for Palestinian liberation. Okay? I'm assuming that you are 10 years old for having such a fucking radical perspective. Do you understand? Suck my dick. Dumb bitches coming in here and being like, "Listen, dog, I learned about Palestine last week and I decided I'm very angry about it. And I'm actually way more angry about it than you are. And actually, I'm going to tell you that you're not, your activism, I found it to be not enough. I found it to be substandard." Keep it up, though, chatter. You're fucking killing it. I feel like the idea that people are not liking Arabs not being in the movies, the same how Westerners view Arabs, just pillage whatever you can from these countries and not even give credit to the people, is whitewashing to the max. I mean, in the sense that I guess the movie's realistic about what's happening. Stop being mean to grain names. Now they cry and hate on you on Twitter, bro. You got to chill. It honestly doesn't matter because I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore, so I don't actually care. You simping too much for mass consumption? Yes, dude. Mass consumption is a cancer on the planet. Stop spending on exploitative corporation. You are literally on Twitch. You are on Twitch. It's an Amazon corporation. Okay? This is owned by Amazon. Your form of entertainment is coming from Amazon, from Jeff Bezos directly. I'm serving you a 3-minute ad break where you are going to see ads. If you don't want to see those ads, you are going to have to subscribe to me. And if you already have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account and do it for free. Do you understand? There is a reason why people say there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Okay? Hasan is a hypocrite. He never deserved to be this famous. Fuck you, Hasan, says Pepe the Great. I know, man. I know. I don't deserve it. You deserve it, chatter. Hopefully one day. Oh, and Gila, thank you for the 5 community gifted subs. Can we be honest and say that the Fremen are literally not Arabs and a made-up space race? So what the fuck? I mean, it is. It is actually a made-up space race. It's just tailored heavily off of indigenous, the indigenous people that I think Herbert knew personally in Tacoma, and also off of very clearly Arab tribes like Amazigh, Berber, and just like a collection of like whatever the fuck he, as a white boy, as a swagged out fucking white boy in the 60s, thought of Islam. Herbert based the Fremen on the Quileute tribe in Washington. People of the water became people of the desert. Yeah, Orientalism is cringe, but I also much prefer mid-century Arabicists than contemporary liberal Islamophobes. Yeah. But yeah, Dune 2 was sick, and I high-key recommend it highly. It's so fucking good. Do yourself a treat and enjoy it. It is a delectable, delightful experience from wall to wall. Like every aspect of it is high intensity, high octave. High octane? Or is it octave? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It is so fucking good. And that's why I haven't even given you any spoilers. Because it's so goddamn good. I want to meme about it. High octane. It's beautiful. It is a feast for your eyes. Okay. How is it compared to the first? If you didn't say already, it took, like, in my opinion, I love the first movie, but I also understand how, like, a mass audience is going to receive the first movie. I thought the first movie was a little slow for, like, the average normie who's never been interested in it. Like, it is not a substitute for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And unfortunately, many people are looking for something like that. However, the second movie clears that up entirely. The second movie is just like every fucking moment. Every moment is intense. You are going to be at the edge of your seat throughout the entire journey. It makes no sense to compare the two. They're both parts of the same whole. The way I explain it is like, if it's a roller coaster, the first movie is basically going up to the top. So it's intense, it's thrilling, but it's like going to the peak. And then the second movie is just the drop. You're just dropping the entire time. You're like, oh, your face is melting. I haven't felt like this watching a movie in a while, dude. Maybe it's because I went with the boys, but I was fucking riled up. I was value-tained, yes. Were you stoned? No. Oh, that's actually a good comparison too. Yeah, watching Blade Runner 2049 in terms of pacing, Dune 1 was a little bit like that. Anyway, well, Dune in and of itself also is like a phenomenal IP to work off of too. It's incredible IP to work off of because it's really good world building. If Dune was about evangelical Christianity instead.
Lord, we know that the apocalypse will be on Arrakis. We know that your chariot of fire will come down, Muad'Dib will come down and cleanse the Holy Land with a great fire, Lord. We know this in the book. We know this in Revelations. We know, and good Lord.
We are film maxing so fucking hard right now. There is one tweet that I wanted to point to, but it kind of spoils stuff. So I'm not going to do it. Cause like there was a moment that I also recognized at the end of the movie. But I'm not even going to talk about it. But no spoiler alert. Like the little things that you see play so perfectly into, like the world building. Like for example, on the Harkonnen planet, like the fireworks are liquid and everything is black and white because the sun is black. So like, but then if you go indoors or at night, you actually see color, and that's incredible. Like it's such a major way of getting you invested in the world and believing in the world in a way that doesn't actually like serve it to you hardcore. It's so awesome. That was all filmed in infrared instead of true black and white. So fucking cool. Oh, God. Show, don't tell, just good filmmaking right there. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's a lot of minor stuff like that that plays a major role, that is all undertones and subtext and not just like directly serving it to you. in many ways, movies like this are obviously blockbuster, massive productions with MCU budgets, and it does the exact opposite of what the Marvel Cinematic Universe does, which is show, don't tell. Marvel Cinematic Universe is always like, tell, maybe don't even show, just tell. And it's incredible. Like the liquid fireworks. I loved it. I loved the liquid fireworks. Like, it's so sick. It's so different. It's so unique. And it's such a minor thing. So it's very sick. Oh. Anyway, the planet is so industrialized and polluted the visible light can't reach the surface, so they film with an infrared camera. Dune 2 had half the budget of Endgame. Well, I see why it's like relatively low budget in comparison to like MCU shit, because it is literally, it's just sand, dog. It's just sand. So much sand. It's just sand for all your eyes can see. Denis Villeneuve is the master show don't tell. Blade Runner 2049, Sicario, Arrival, Prisoners. Dude just makes wall-to-wall bangers. Yeah. I was just hard the entire time. All right. We are now going to get to real world stuff. There's a lot of news to cover. There's a lot of news to talk about. Specifically, we're going to talk about Israel-Palestine.
Nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hasan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always the... What do you think, black people? What a liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. Holy dude. Holy dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. Can someone at least enlighten Destiny that he's literally lying to his audience? What a piece of shit, dude. Holy America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
in a video
and
game,
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like we totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We did in a video game.
Amazing.